Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy Tactics walkthrough. We are at Bethla, Garrison, I think? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so the previous battle, actually I did the north, I think it was the north wall of Bethla Garrison, as opposed to the south wall. South wall, again, not much different. I mean, well, maybe that's not fair. I think the enemies are a bit different, and the layout is a bit different as well. As far as difficulty, though, I don't know. I honestly don't really remember the differences. So, but anyways, all right. So, this next battle is actually pretty interesting here, if I remember correctly. Let me reference the map here. Excuse me, Hoofda. Alright, so this one, like I said, pretty unique. So, you can't just beat it by killing all the enemies. You actually have to move to specific tiles. And I'll show you where those are at once we get inside here. Alright, it's actually the two knights up at the top there. If you can see them. So there's like the two knights on the right hand side. That's not the ones. It's the ones standing actually up on, I don't know. I don't know that I would say that it really looks like switches, but apparently that's what they are. It's kind of interesting too, because those knights will not move. They are programmed to stay there and not move at all. So kind of interesting. You literally have to kill them and wait for their, you know, timers to expire. I don't know if you can like knock them away from those tiles, like, you know, with dash, or like I guess if you're, you know, sometimes your sword strikes and stuff will give sort of a pushback effect to them. I'm not sure if that will you know, make them move or not. I guess I don't know that it's ever happened to me. So. But anyways, like I said, so otherwise you just kill them off and then, you know, let their timers expire. And then I believe actually it's Ramza specifically that has to step on the tile. Again, I'm not actually 100% sure on that now either, because I don't think I tried with anybody else. But my impression is Ramza is the one that has to, you know, step on those tiles in order to, you know, trigger the switches. And basically, once the switches are triggered, that is what actually ends the battle. And really, all you have to do with Ramza is end his turn on those tiles. So, you know, you don't have to like attack something or, you know, do anything specific. It's actually a lot like the gate at oh my gosh, now I'm not gonna remember the castle. I'm going to take a stab and say like Lionel Castle, but I don't actually remember. It's the battle where Garfgarian or Gafgarian, whatever, is on the side of the gate with you, and then the rest of your allies start on the outside. And, but yeah, so anyways, as far as this battle goes, though, it's not all that difficult. I actually think I did have to do this twice, though. I think what did I do the first time? I did something wrong. I think somebody died, and I don't know that I have any way to revive anybody right now. I probably don't, knowing me. So my two dancers obviously are going to be, or they're geomancers obviously. So their secondary ability set is dance, and then I think Agrius is still running around as a thief. Which, I don't know, seems kind of strange, but, and then here, let's see, oh, I guess Mustadio's got item right now, so maybe he's able to revive people, although who knows, for all I know, he probably died. Agrius here, I'm just charging up the hill because she's got the Chantage equipped, so I actually am not concerned at all if she dies, which she just did. So, you know, again, with the Chantage there, and I've mentioned this in a couple of the other videos, but I don't know, I almost want to say it's probably the most overpowered item in the entire game. I mean, the fact that it gives your characters regeneration as well as an infinite re-raise, I don't know, it seems overpowered to me. So there you have it. Now she's back up and she's got regeneration back on and re-raise is activated again. So again, I don't know, it seems really OP to me, but and I generally am going to make use of that, full use of it. Clink, clink, clink. Alright. Things are doing their work here. This is probably another one of those battles, though, where I could have just brought all four of my dancers instead of bringing Mustadio and Agrius. I mean, four of them just, they're so good. It's so good. I mean, look at this guy. He's already down to, he's missing like 100 health already. And I haven't even touched him. Boom. Alright, there's Sunken State. So now I don't have to worry about her. I'll probably, or if I remember correctly, I do run my Geomancers up the hill to try to help out. Oh man, no, that's the worst. Oh my gosh. Broke my thief hat. I absolutely love those hats. And at this point in the game, they're actually not that easy to come by. You actually have to find random enemies in battle, or in random battles, and either steal from them or kill them and let their timer run out, and hope for the helmet to drop. Obviously, I obtained mine through stealing, but that's unfortunate. That's a really good item to have broken. And again, that's the problem with going up against knights is, I mean, if you see a knight on the battlefield, they most likely have some sort of armor breaking technique learned. So I think I actually got really unlucky on this playthrough. I remember at least 3 pieces of equipment of mine being broken. I think it was like, I think it was a power sleeve for one battle, and then the very next battle, another power sleeve got broken. And then obviously this one, the thief hat. Thief hat is actually, I would say, by far the worst of the items to have broken. Again, and that's mostly because at this point in the game, it's just hard to get more of them. You can't just go into a shop and buy it. They're just not available yet. So. Although it's not too far off. I mean, these guys they're starting to get some good equipment here. The one, yeah, a bunch of these guys have golden hairpins, and those are some of the last items in shops. Same with this flash hat, actually. And that flash hat's not too bad, especially for like magicians or any of your characters that might be using magic abilities. Obviously, it's got the +1 speed as well as the +1 to the magic stat, so pretty useful. That wizard there, I'm actually going to leave alive. I'm assuming there's a Wiznibus that'll finish him off. Hopefully he doesn't have a potion or something, so we'll try to yeah, we're stuck down here now. This knight is blocking our path up. Excuse me. Finishes anybody off. Oh, nope, not quite. They'll live long enough to take another one. Oh, maybe this one. All right. That's 2 down. Alrighty. Poor Agrius. She just takes so many hits here. She got focused pretty hard. Although you know, again, I rushed up that side of the hill, and frankly, it just doesn't matter with just the fact that she's got that permanent re-raise. It doesn't matter a bit that she keeps getting destroyed. And actually, so I guess I'll say one good thing about that thief, or her being a thief, is actually she is able to equip the thief hat. And the reason why that's actually pretty decent is I feel like Agrius is actually probably her biggest weakness is the fact that she is so slow. You know, obviously there's ways to help or alleviate that, but you know, as far as unfortunately for her Holy Knight job, which is my favorite job for her. It's got a really good gear, you know, selection. Although that being said, excuse me, geez. One of the bad things about it though is that it can't equip the thief hat, which is a really good source of speed. So that's unfortunate, and there are some other speed increasing items in the game. There is actually a piece of armor, a chest piece, that gives +2 speed, but I actually don't know if she can equip that, and it's actually a one-time, or sorry, it's a unique piece of armor. There's only one of them in the entire game, and there's no way to get more, and that's kind of unfortunate too, because again, I really favor that speed stat. But again, that's I would say her biggest weakness is just the fact that she doesn't have a whole lot of speed. So anyways, what I was saying though is being that I do have her in the thief class right now, she is able to equip a thief helmet, which, you know, speeds her up and actually gives her, you know, obviously her turn comes around much faster, which means that re-raise activates faster, and she actually has the potential to take more damage just because she's, you know, up. I guess she's, if that makes sense, she's got more uptime, which I don't know, seems kind of funny, but you know, it's interesting. I mean, she's kept a lot of the enemies busy for a substantial amount of time here. So again, and the reason for that is again that chantage is just so good. All right, so we've got one of the knights down, and now we just need to finish off the other one. Oh man, with these. Oh, nice. Okay. I was actually disappointed that he blocked that first hit, but to be honest, it didn't really matter. All right, yeah. So almost everything is dead. We're looking good here. Is there one? I think there's one archer left. And he's critical. Yep, just that guy. Come on, finish him off. Can't remember if... No. Looks like Mustadio is going to have to pull some weight here. Alright, so I am going to end the dances here. Because we've basically got this in the bag. And I don't want the dancers to keep having their dances activate. And that's what happens right there. That looks so funny. That's what happens when there's no targets available for a dance. It looks kind of interesting. The animation doesn't play, which is kind of cool. But all right, so this is pretty much it. Now, really, all you have to do here, I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could farm JP here. That would be a decent use of time, I guess, or of this level. Again, this is actually the only level in the entire game where the battle isn't decided on, whether or not you've defeated the enemies. So, very unique opportunity if you want to farm up JP here, or I guess experience. But I'm actually gonna keep moving on pretty much. I don't. Although to be completely honest, it probably would have been a good idea to farm a little JP, especially with Agrius and Mustadio here. Getting them out of those thief jobs would probably be pretty nice. 108 gems, nice. Get ability. Okay. Guess I'm gonna learn all those. With these crystals and inheriting these abilities. Ooh, that's a ton of, wow, look at all those knight abilities. With all of the crystals in the game, and I've mentioned this before, but a lot of times I'll actually not inherit abilities. I actually, the reason for that is when I do farm for JP, I like to keep my menus uncluttered, I suppose. We'll say that. And what I mean by that is, especially like the knight job is a really good one. So like you've got head break, armor break, weapon. I think maybe weapon break. I don't even know if that's actually a thing. Is weapon break a thing? I don't know. But you know, you've got all the break abilities, and then there's speed break, MP break, magic break, whatever, so on and so forth. But when I like to farm JP, I like to use specific abilities, like speed break. I really tend to focus pretty heavily on speed break. And the reason for that is it doesn't actually, obviously it doesn't do, or the break techniques don't do any damage. Well, there's a way that they can, I guess. And that's if you've got 2 swords equipped, and you have like if you use break armor and the first hit breaks the armor of the target, the second hit will actually deal damage. Oh, nice, Phoenix down. That's actually useful. But for certain things when I'm farming JP, I like to use the same moves over and over. Like again, speed break. Well, the crummy thing about that is if you've learned all those other abilities, speed break will be way down, you know, farther down in the list, and it adds a little bit extra time when you if you want to just use those certain ones. I think, yeah, I don't want to learn these. Spin fist, wave fist, armor break. Those are ones that I actually don't want to know. Oh, what I did? Okay. Huh. I guess I did. Oh, I guess I wasn't ever planning on using chakra for JP farming. So that's another one. Monk is a really good example. You know, you've got Spin Fist, Earth Slash, and so on and so forth. And chakra is way down towards the bottom. And usually if I'm JP farming, I actually like to use the chakra ability. Well, it's a lot easier to just have, or it's a lot faster, I should say, and more efficient to just have chakra learned out of those monk abilities, because then you don't have to input so many different commands onto the controller, obviously, in order to get down to chakra. So completely up to you on whether or not you think that's you know, a worthwhile reason to not learn all of the abilities, but that's what I do. I mean, and the other thing is there's just so many abilities that I don't find a whole lot useful. Anyways, all right, so we've activated the 2 switches, and that is what apparently floods the this area down here. And my impression here is that it's actually going to keep the 2 armies from clashing. There's like I guess like a floodplain down here, and by releasing all the water from up here, the armies are not going to be able to fight each other. All right, so here we are. Olin is here in Bethla Garrison, and I actually still don't know what this place is really supposed to be. I actually originally thought it was a prison, but it doesn't look like Orlando's behind bars here, or maybe this is just a really weird cell. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it though. So anyways, all right, so Orlando is here, and he says obviously he recognizes Ramza, although it's been a long time, and Orlando is actually quite old. Inherited Belbane's soul. He should be pleased. With your permission, Goltana's planning to kill you tomorrow. Please escape. Can't stay here while Goltana's like that. Owen might said this battle will end soon. I must stop the High Priest no matter what. Father, I'll go with you. No, you must return to Zeltania and Protect Olabilia. It's the rightful heir. It's your duty to protect her. Do you understand? Yes. Alright, Ramza, of course. Then let's go before someone sees us. Here he is. And oh boy, does the game change from this point. Orlando is absolutely amazing. He's borderline broken. Basically the most overpowered character in the entire game, I believe, by a long shot. Add to all that, he comes with the Excalibur, which is an amazing sword, and I am going to duplicate the crap out of that. And basically, yeah, it's pretty broken. He's broken. Everything about him is broken. He's just so good. All right. Gather the soldiers and attack the Hookkeeper. We can't even move because of the water. Neither can they, and that's our edge. That doesn't make sense. Now's our chance to make them think we won't attack. We must move. Okay, that's not a good idea. What? Here we go. Boom! Oh, you. Nobody wants you to be king. Brutal. Come in. Alright. You understand your death won't be a waste. Gravados says, Sid, everyone's guided by the will of St. Ajoris. Alright, so obviously this is not Sid. This is a body double. Blech. And it looks like he worked for the church because of his remark there about everything is the will of St. Ajora. Alright, the real Sid and Ramza have escaped, and pray that Ramza takes care of the rest, and boy will we ever. With Sid in tow, how could we not? Alright, so here we have it. This is basically the end, I believe, of the war. Obviously, having lost their leaders, Larg killed by Dystarg, and Goltana obviously killed by Delita there. Having lost, the High Priest proposed a mediator for the armies, but since they were both still strong, they refused. Okay, wait. So apparently, the war is not over yet. We haven't lost, or the armies haven't lost enough leaders yet. Okay, so headed for Limberry to look for Alma. All right. Boy, we are out of time though. So I actually have to cut the commentary here. So hope this guide was helpful as always, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.